Hi folks, this is Kent Ketter with Hot Takes, bringing you a little Legacy Cube action here during the latency period. So this is match 1 of our Legacy Cube draft. We drafted a green ramp deck, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll be able to go... Yeah, we'll keep this. So thought here is we'll probably go Blossoms, Growth. Might reverse those two. Actually, we do. Yeah, we go Growth on the 2. And then our 3 is Blossoms, Brainstorms, Fetch. Wow. That's a nice one. Okay. Perfect. Give us that much needed 1 drop. Interested to activate this Lumbering Falls at least 1 time during this draft. Opponent is a blue-white deck. So that makes me want to... Same thing. I mean, if it's a remand, it's a remand, but... oh, so it looks like they already have 6 through that. So I already have a blue source here, so I actually think I want to pick up a black source now. Mana is actually passable in this deck. I mean, we have 1, like Rampant Growth obviously is just like the perfect one. So next turn we have... It's actually open on the Wall of Blossom. So the problem with the Brainstorm there is I can't leave up double green to cast 2 spells, so it kind of loses its pull. Yeah. Bottom that. Run this out. So we're actually probably going to shuffle away Forest plus 1 on the new cards. Yeah, this Brainstorm. Whoo, this Brainstorm's going to be good. Okay, so right now they are basically cycling through the top of their deck. Interesting. Is there a way that I can break that up? So if I blow up the Squirrel Rack, they're now locked with the sequences they have. I think I want to blow up that blue source. I think that's my sequence here. Let's Brainstorm first. So we shuffle back in. These 2. Get the swamp that I shuffled in because it's my only legal target. And then we get to Acidic Slime. Oh, I have the island too. Okay, that's good. Do I want to do that, or do I want to 2-3 split here? This card doesn't have much value. Yeah, let's go with this. Oops. So the downside of Arbor Elf is it kind of changes. Okay, so now what do we want to Acidic Slime? Scroll Rack's a reasonable target, but I don't think that's where we want to go. I actually think if we choke our opponent's mana here, we're going to be in a better position. Now, I might be really incorrect in this, but taking our opponent off of double blue and might set us up. The downside is between Scroll Rack. Let's see. So Scroll Rack doesn't really like actually draw them any cards. It just gives them flexibility. Yeah. We'll go there. And my thought here is I just want to keep my advantage growing and my opponent's advantage, you know, shrinking as much as possible. Yeah, we'll be able to go like Master, Ooze next turn. Could just run out Tasker. We have an activation as well. None of these are really primo targets. Like, Brainstorm's a pretty good one to buy back. I mean, I'd be okay with that, especially with Tassiger, because you Brainstorm and dump. The problem is that sequences, and there's no way we can. So yeah, that's unnecessary. I think we'll probably just take our Tassiger with activation and be happy with that. Attack with the Acidic Slime. So if they stick that in the graveyard, we'll have that one stick around. Because Tassiger buying that back is like exactly where we want to be. And then if we lead on the Tassiger and there's a counter spell, Master is a great follow-up. So hard to be unhappy. Scroll Rack is a great card for us getting to sit here. It's really interesting because it's going to allow you to have two hands or a combination of like 10 cards in two hands, or, you know, whatever our opponent's at. And that's really interesting because the combinations could have some better effects. And that's definitely something I could have weighted more when making my decision with Acidic Slime. But double blue and the white source that was evident at the time, available at the time, felt like a good pick. So we're going to try to get this Acidic Slime into our graveyard as aggressively as possible. I mean, that's really just us attacking every turn with it, so I'm pretty happy that we have it. I would like to draw my Indrik Stomp Howler here and take Scroll Rack for a trip down the old Stomp Road. Golden Road of Stompiness. Well, that's a good one. Kind of glad I played that guy. I mean, it's a ramp spell that's it's a payoff card that just has big payoffs in other areas. Okay. So I don't want to run this right into counter magic here. So I'm going to first Tassiger. I have to leave a green. Eat those. Put a green source into play. Yeah. And Hopefully my opponent scroll racks on their turn, and then we can get our activation in. Serum Visions and the like with scroll rack doesn't really get you where you want to be. Scroll rack's definitely one of those cards. Like, so I have the brainstorms, or a brainstorm with like 4 or 5 shuffle effects and a Tassiger, and that's like big upside. But scroll rack without the shuffle effects is just like, are they really? They're not really drawn cards. You know what I mean? They're just like exchanged. And I guess it's good if you're looking to maybe smooth out an existing draw. They're like, but like we'll just activate this up. Get our card off of it. Ha! Oh, one or the other, man. Thanks, Tassiger. You're a buddy and a pal. Okay. So I think they're a little constrained on mana. 5, 2, 1. All right, so our sequence is going to be Stomp Howler first. So no more scroll rack, or you get to scroll rack here, which is fine. Much better position. This draft feels a lot better than our first one. The ramp deck is the fair deck of champions in this cube, it feels like. So. I'm just gonna do this now. Let's me F6 and pass back. I really like the fact that we're now sandbagged on this Runescarred Demon. If our opponent attempts to tap out at any point to actually like answer stuff on their turn, or just okay. So Day of Judgment, great opportunity, I think, to slide this in. Could also just play this here. So I don't think sack effects are too common, but having an answer to Chainer's Edict. Oh, I played it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I double tapped F6 like an idiot. We had the answer to that there, and then it doesn't do anything from there on out. So that's really our fault, and quite lazy, because now they have it on the flashback as well. All right, let's... Yeah, because I think this would just be 3 ticks up and and attempt to emblem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so one more land, we can make the demon happen. What we'll do is we'll Runescarred Demon for Abrupt Decay. Yeah, need one more. 9 mana, 3, 8. Yep, one more. Looks like our opponent has the... Well, that'll work as well. So I'm actually just gonna go decay on top because I want to decay and get that back. And then I'm going to tick up. Yeah. Let's go this, this, this. Give me that other thing back. Yeah. Oh, yes. And then so I'm not going to be able to play the extra land, but if I want to run the top out, I can. Yeah. Let's try to squeak in the top here. And it's stacked in a way that's favorable for us, I think. So that's going to answer the Kiora. We've already used our slime and our stomp howler, so we can't answer the O-ring. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, this is going to be a good clear next turn. Okay, so we'll just try to Mana Gorge our Hydro from here. We get a Oath of Nissa next turn, which will hopefully let us hit a third spell, draw spell, or third spell. Second spell, excuse me. The third card is a spell because it's double forest currently, and I want to get that off the top of my library and make my top a little more active. It's a very interesting game one, though. A lot of resources being traded. Our opponent's pretty scared of that Kiora, so it makes me think if/when we pull it off. So now we're going to sack this, which will keep the Hydra around. We could have done that for the Master, which would have invalidated his second one, but oh well. So we'll Oath of Nissa now. If we hit third land, or 3 lands, which is a possibility, we'll yeah, we'll select it. Okay. Top 3. Interesting. So we could take Deranged Hermit and then draw Westvale Abbey. That seems good. So I'm going to want to retain priority here. I'm pretty sure that's control. Yeah. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Okay. And then we're probably going to put it, yeah. Avenger, top, Westvale Abbey, Deranged Hermit, all of these things. I guess there wasn't really a point of that, so I thought I was going to be able to have the land to sack the Hermit, but we'll just pay for the Hermit. I think we kill our opponent in 2 turns. What do they do? Bounce the Hydra? Man, that's not bad. Yeah, that's decent. Opponent giving us the constructed business here. I'm gonna pay it. I am not going to attack though. So we'll get a Mana Gorger Hydra plus Divining Top next turn. 4, 5. So will not allow us. Actually, if we just go Hydra, we can make a 1/1. Interesting. Good resource exchange. We're going to have to play a little faster. Okay, so it looks like our opponent conceded. They didn't see the Runescarred Demon, which is nice. Not that it's a huge edge, but I don't know what I would have tutored there. I don't think I want to change anything. I like where we're at. Need to play a little tighter, that's for sure. Maybe draw an Ancient Tomb in the early game. Turn 1 Ancient Tomb, activate top would be nice. Not an aggro matchup, so. So, I think you have to keep this hand, because if we draw anything in the first 3 turns, we're casting it without any question. Like, there you go. Force Spike? Nope. So next turn we get to go Temple of Malady. Just see what's on top. We'll put that on bottom. You can blow up that Bitter Blossom, which I think will be good value for us. Dealing with an endless stream of 1/1s is not high on my list of things to do. So let's go. Would have gotten dazed already, so. Yep. I think this will be a pretty interesting one for sure. We get to cure the fairy token. Think that's going to be the sequence. My hope is that will elicit a removal spell on this Stomp Howler first, and then we can let the Cura take over. Okay. I like it, but you're not gonna be happy with the follow-up. Let's actually take our second black source here. I don't know if we'll be able to race to Krakens, but we'll try to Kraken. 5? Alright, show it to me. I think that's kind of a simple split. He'll probably take the two. Our opponent will probably take the two islands. I can't imagine the third white is that relevant. It's got to be two creatures out of our opponent here, or the Oblivion Ring. I would imagine they go up, pass, and then next turn they'll go down. So they have Vent, we have Falls. Oh. Get to blank the Shambling Vent is great. So let's... I mean, I think I just want to pressure here. Because this can't, yeah. I understand it's not going to kill it, but not giving our opponent 3 looks for an answer seems great. Because we'll just try to Krakens. Show us the O-ring. How quickly can I -5 is the question. How quickly can I unleash the Krakens? Unleashed. All right, we're happy. We'll just pass here. Gonna F2 through this since we would probably sack the Lumbering Falls. Well, if we draw a Brainstorm, we'll be in great shape. All right, well, let's attack. We're going to attack Jace. Probably give us the Wall of Omens, which is fine. We are going to play this Delta. I mean, the nice part is it's 2 Krakens now. Planeswalker Ultimates were... Whew. Like Obnixilis is... Obnixilis. Put this separate. I'm pretty sure I can beat your Ashiok. So, hold on to that. Cook the Rev. Interesting. So what I'm thinking about now, or just kind of going through, is the sequences next turn with the Krakens. If I attack, assuming our opponent plays no creatures and passes back, which is like unlikely, but this is what I can think about right now. If our opponent takes that sequence, I think what we're incentivized to do is to I think there's a debate for putting both. The thought was to put both Krakens at our opponent. Looks like they're gonna for 6. So I can't kill them, but they're gonna give me the Jace. Interesting. So I need to leave up 4 for this, and I only want to eat 2. So I need to take 2. That. And then we pay. So I'm just going to kill Jason or attack our opponent here. Nah, we'll just go both at our opponent. I don't think picking, like, it's going to shrink our attackers by 1 next turn. It's not really a relevant stat point. This sets it up where our opponent now has to have the sweeper. I think 3 Krakens would have done that anyway, but attacking really solidifies that. Green. Don't flip bad cards. Ooh, probably give me Stomp Holler, right? Because that's like the least impactful. Maybe I was supposed to eat Inky. Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess that's reasonable. Like, our opponent isn't aware of the fact that we have... But giving it to us with the fetch land is... interesting. I don't know. I really value this card, and I think this is probably the situation where it's going to be the absolute best. So I get it. But our opponent gives us the Jace for that sequence. Do they put another creature in play? Nope. They just want to give us the Jace. Oh, I see. So they're going to scroll rack here to try to keep the cards they want. Or maybe dump some cards from the top of their deck as well. Yeah, I think you take, like... You keep, like... Probably some of the bad cards. Alright, first, let's animate this. There. Animated. I'm gonna kill Jace. I think this game is gonna go a little longer than maybe we would like it to. Oh no, we have Krakens. Like I just keep forgetting that we just get 8/8s every turn or 9/9. So it, like, the pace of the game is going to be slow regardless. So we'll go swamp. Yeah, there's one more swamp in the deck. Okay. I definitely want to put the forest back in the deck. So let's go Mana Gorger. Okay. Oh well. we are going to put these two back on top. We're then just going to crack this to get the shuffle out of the way and pass back. We'll get to Nissa flip next turn. We are not quite out of it yet, but we're starting to get to a point where I don't think it's going to matter. I mean, besides the Krakens, which our opponent is doing a wonderful job, by the way, of, like, you know, obviously they're just trading their resources with it, but I think they've dealt with 3 or 4 Krakens. I might have overplayed that Tassiger into that Wrath of God, but it set us up really well for the following turn, so... And it gave us an activation at end of turn. Okay. That is perfectly reasonable. Oh. Okay. So it's going to be a Nissa and a Master, cracking it into turn. Ooh. That's just good pressure. Yeah, we'll probably lay off the Ancient Tomb. Okay. Cast Nissa. I want to make sure I get, you know, all the cards that I'm basically going to get for the turn first. Get those set up and ready to go. We'll be able to go land, Nissa flip. Yeah, this Planeswalker seems great and pretty much in the green deck. Like, you already want to play Civic Wayfinder, which is kind of embarrassing, but to just have, like, straight upside is like, alright, Civic Wayfinder is now best card in my deck. Strong statement. It's probably just a decent one, but yes, I would. Okay. Play a Master. Rampant growth because, I mean, like, I'm just as mana hungry as I can get right now. I'm trying to finish the game. We're going to get another 9/9 at end of turn. Yeah. Not really sure if our opponent's last trade there. Like, we're still getting 9/9, so I think you want to path... Well, I mean, I guess the Master of the Wild Hunt is going to take over any sort of... So now you got to pay 3. And that means you have 4 mana to work with if you want to activate Shambling Vent as well. Huh. So the downside of the situation we're in now is we have quite a few bricks, like big bricks. A lot of ramp creatures and stuff still left in our deck. So our hope is we're not going to run into any of those bad boys. This is game 2 as well, so I think we'll just do a little bit more F6ing and the like. Our opponent did tap off the ability to Chainer's Edict and attack with Shambling Event, which is nice for us. Guess they had to because they were paying for a Slaughter Pact. Okay. So I think we want to leave up Lumbering Falls next turn. Can I do both? Could cast them both, but I think if I'm going to do that, I'm probably going to be casting whatever it is I get off of Runescarred Demon. Interesting. I wonder how salty they're gonna be. Like if they like. I think I just get Deranged Hermit here. All the blockers I could ever need. Some Krakens, some F6s. I don't think they'll be able to force their way through this. More Krakens as well, so. Oh, we've already F6'd, so we're in time economy mode, also known as sit here and do nothing. For those of you that were following us on the SCG Tour this weekend, team had a great weekend with red-white vehicles. If you're interested in Kaladesh Standard, definitely give it a look. Chris Van Meter will be doing some content on it on Star City, along with Andrew Tenjum. As soon as it comes out on Magic Online, we'll get some stuff up there. There might be some other stuff we're going to look at. Interesting. We are getting miracled. What? Oof. So that's for what? How many? Like 50? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 4/4 angels. Womp. And I'm just over here like, look at me, I'm going to pay the cost on Deranged Hermit. So I can block 1, 2 kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 24. So we'll attack with the Kraken. Probably just give us, the Deranged Hermit. Make our squirrels 1/1s. see if they check that we have all of our... So, block, kill us, 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay. Whew, so we got our Cure emblem beaten. That's impressive. Really is impressive. Let's just submit and go right back into it. I think we have a better 4-minute game plan than our opponent. Yes, I would. I'm going to keep... There's our payoff card, and now we just go through the motions. All right, well, it looks like our opponent just conceded there. So I was thinking, and apologies, I got a little deep into it. So my sequence there was going to be a brainstorm. We're then going to put back probably like the Scavenging Ooze Wall of Blossoms, put those on top, play a land, cast our Tasigur. And the reasoning behind this is then either next turn, depending on what they do, we can either mill the top two and try to draw a fresh card for the turn, or, because both those cards are fine to take off the Tasigur, or, if we would like to, we can just play our land and Avenger of Zendikar. The downside of Avenger of Zendikar is you do really want to play that card as an 8-drop, because you really want to trigger the tokens the turn you do it. Not that it's, required by any means, and they're going to die to Pyroclasm all the same, which is in the cube, but it definitely helps if your line of blockers has a little bit of Fang to get them. But I think this was actually going to be a pretty easy win for us, either resolving the Tasigur or the Avenger. You know what? Thinking about it, I think I would put the Tasigur and the land on top, and just run these out there, and just be content with that. So, our opponent Slaughter Pacted the Master and realized they didn't have black mana. I see what happened. They were probably just conceding, to time. So I understand now what happened. Stylish and move. Respect it. So this is Ketter with Hot Takes, bringing you match 1 of our cube. I will be back for match 2 in just a minute.